There's only to ensnare this, I suppose, Jordan. There's only to keep us on questioning. It's 22 minutes to the top of the hour. Jordan Maxwell is on the programme. Nobody has been looking into the occult and religious philosophy as long as Jordan has. Check out jordanmaxwellshow.com. He's talking tonight specifically about the hidden meanings of words, where we get our beliefs from, how words are very important when you're talking about that particular subject, and it's terrific to have him back on. Now, I will not be interrupting you. I just have to jump in every now and then. But there are.
I appreciate you doing
Oh,
that.
yeah, but I don't want to do that. There are tweets with questions totally related to this. You let me know when you want those questions, and I'll give them to you. There's some good questions on there.
Okay, well, let me give you another example of how we in the States accept things without even doing. There's the very word United States. I can ask anybody today on the streets in the States today to show me the United States on a map, and virtually nobody can do that. Nobody can do that. They will point to North America, to the 48 states, and say, well, there it is, that's the United States. In point of fact, in law, if you're in a federal court, you need to understand the 48 states together is not the United States, not at all. You need to go back and do some homework, and you'll find out that this is not the United States. United States, if you go to a law dictionary and read what the word United States means, it means this: the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Guam, American Samoa, Commonwealth of Northern Mariana Islands, and the District of Columbia. And that's it. The 48 states that you're pointing to, that's not the United States. That's not the United States at all. The United States are, again, I'm saying, if you're looking at a law dictionary, the United States means the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Guam, American Samoa, Northern Mariana Islands, and the District of Columbia. Period. That's United States.
Now explain that to us, for those of us who've never heard this before. What does that mean exactly?
It means that the United States of America, that was founded back in 1776, after our Civil War, there was no United States of America left after the Civil War. Obviously, if you've got a country that where one half of the people are fighting and killing the other half of the people, and there's bloodshed on both sides, it is self-destruction. is still here, and there's millions of people living here, but it's not united anymore after a civil war. So you had to come up with, and so it was a group of men that came up with an idea, and I think it was an incredible idea. They came up with an idea to form a company, and they called it the United States Corporation. It's incorporated like a company. And the United States Corporation was incorporated in 1870s, 1870, 1871. They incorporated a company, and basically they said that anyone who worked for that corporation would be called a citizen. And so today, if in America, if they ask you, are you a U.S. citizen, you think because you were born here, that means you're a U.S. citizen. No, it doesn't. You're not. U.S. citizen means that you're an employee of a foreign corporation called United States, which was incorporated. So it's like working for Sears. It's like working for General Electric or General Motors. It's just a privately owned company called United States. And so that United States is actually, as I said, the Virgin Islands and Guam, where is where the corporation operates out of. And so there are two, and I started off by saying that there are two of everything here. So there's the United States of America, which is the 50 states, and then there's United States, which is a corporation, which is in just on these little islands. So you need to understand that there's two different things going on here. You've got United States, of which we have the president of the United States. Well, he's the president of a company, because all corporations have to have a president. That's it's part of the law, corporate law. So we got a president. All corporations, any corporation has to have a president. They have to have a vice president. Well, that's part of the corporate law. And also in corporate law, you have to have a secretary of treasury. That's in corporate law. So we've got that. We've got a president, vice president, and secretary of treasury. It's a company. It's a corporation. It has nothing to do with the United States of America that was founded back in 1776. That is gone. It's over. That was over when they killed Lincoln. So today, the United States, what we think of as the United States of America, is just a company. It's a corporation. And it's a business.
And,
like
that,
any other business.
and that makes the citizens, Jordan, whether they know it or not, whether they're unwitting or unwilling or ignorant, it makes them basically employees, like it or
That's
lump it.
it.
Yeah.
That's precisely it. Everybody here is an employee of a corporation. Very simple. And so there's two of everything here. Now, I've asked people on the street, how many states are in our union here in the States? How many states are here? And the people who are educated will tell you 50. Some people say 48. No, there's 50. Actually, no, there's actually 100 states in our union here in the States. 100, not 50. Why? Because every state is two states. In America, everything is two. There are two states in every state. Like California, you have Cal State, California State. But then you also have the state of California. You've got New York, New York State, or the state of New York. You have Alabama State, state of Alabama. State of is different than the New York State and state of New York. Totally different words, totally meaning totally different things. So New York State is New York. That land area we call New York and the people living on that land. But the state of New York is the federal corporation operating in that state. So the state of means the federal operation operating within a particular state. It's called the state of. And so therefore the whole what we call the United States is a corporation. And if it's a corporation, so therefore you are an alien. And so you start breaking down the words and the terms and symbols and what they mean, and then you find out that as I said, there's two of you. And how does that work? Very simple. There's a public you and a private you, and it works the same way in the UK. There's two of you. There's the public you, which I can deal with in the public, but there's the private you. So suppose you owe me $500 and you don't pay me. I cannot come to your home and lay a hand on you or do anything to you because that's the private you. I can touch you in the public you, but now we have to go to court. We have to have lawyers and all that, and you can do something about it publicly. So there's a public you that we can deal with in the public, but then there's the private you, and that's in your home, and I have no control over that. And so whatever you are doing in your private life is nobody else's business. That's why it's a corporation. In the UK is a corporation. So that's why when I see you with some woman, I say, you know what, that woman that you were with last night, she's bad company.
I told you not to bring that up, by the way. I asked you before the program not to bring that up.
and so I say she's bad company, and you say mind your own business.
Mind your own business. Jordan,
Business.
I've been wondering about that expression for years. I mean that. Where did that come from? Mind your own business.
Because your life in the UK